My name's Liam, and I'm 18 years old. Today, I'm going to talk about my crush, who's, a bit messed up. Actually, that's undermining it. She's done things that no sane person can even think of. Before I launch into the details of said things, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as a way of showing your support. It was my last high school semester. I was happy, of course, but also slightly upset, because I wouldn't ever get to see my crush, Meg, anymore. I had known Meg since 8th grade. Well, not exactly known, because I never gathered up the courage to talk to her, but we had always been in the same classes, and I had always admired her from afar. I was so silly that I would get flustered even over accidental eye contacts or when she would sometimes smile at me. For me, she was an absolute angel. Little did I know that the reality was something else. Just before our final exams, Meg suddenly started talking to me. "Liam, right?" She smiled. "I was wondering if you want to study for the exams with me." I gaped at her. With you?" She chuckled. "Yes, I know you get really good grades. I could really use your help. If you don't mind, of course." Sure," I quickly exclaimed. "I would love to help you." "Great then, you can come to my place. I live alone," she said, and after that, we exchanged numbers. I couldn't believe this. Did I get lucky or what? In any case, Meg was finally talking to me, and she had invited me to her home. I'd be a fool to let go of this opportunity. So, I went to her house the next day. As she had said, she lived alone. At first, I thought that it was a great thing, but later, I started feeling awkward. I mean, it wasn't like I was very close to her. We had just started talking, and even though Meg seemed comfortable, I was not. She asked me to sit on the couch, and then she sat too close to me, which was good, but also weird. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but it seemed like she was rushing things. This was not what I had in mind. And as much as I liked her, weren't we supposed to study for exams? "Hey, let's start preparing for exams," I said nervously and reached for a textbook. She grabbed my hand to stop me. "Jeez, what's with your nerves? I thought we could have fun and you want to study?" she asked jokingly. But, the whole point of this meeting was to study," I reminded her. "What do you mean, meeting? This is a date," she grinned. I gave her a confused look. "Wait, what? A date? Since when? Why didn't you tell me? Would you have agreed to come if I told you?" she asked. No. It's a bit weird. Meg, we don't really know each other that well," I said, shifting away from her. "That's what you think," she sighed. "I've known you since 8th grade. I've always observed you." My eyes widened. You have? I thought it was just me. Wait, did that mean that Meg liked me too? "You know, Liam, my friends think that you have a crush on me," she continued. "I told them that's too far-fetched. Why would someone like you be interested in me? You're way out of my league." I was super confused. What was happening, and what was she saying? Did she like me or not? "But then I caught you staring sometimes," she smiled, "and I realized that maybe you reciprocate my feelings. You like me, don't you?" There was no use denying it. This was all too weird, but I guess we were finally getting somewhere. So I nodded. "Yeah, I like you. I've liked you for a few years now, but I could never bring myself to confess my feelings." Her face instantly brightened. "Oh my god, so I don't have to worry about disappointing you now?" I frowned. "Huh? What do you mean?" "I mean, I'm not letting you get out of here," she replied. I gave her a look. "Tell me you're joking." "I'm not," she said, and before I could register anything, she pulled out ropes from under the sofa and tied my hands. You must be thinking that I should have protested and pushed her away. But trust me, I was in no state to do so. I was shocked beyond words and was still trying to process her words. I kept telling myself that this was a prank. It had to be a prank. But it became too hard to ignore when she pulled me up and started dragging me towards her room. "What are you doing, Meg?" I yelled. "That's enough fun and games. Untie me!" "Oh, Liam, the game has not even started," she laughed. "Please, be patient." "What are you trying to do?" I asked in shock. "Wait for it. You'll be quite surprised," she smirked. As if I wasn't already surprised enough, I tried to loosen the ropes, but dang it, the knots were really tight. Look, Liam, I know you're worried, but don't be, she tried to assure me. I won't harm you, okay? I just want to have some fun. And what exactly is your idea of fun? I asked flatly. I'll show you, she replied, pulling me towards the ensuite bathroom. What the heck? This was definitely not going in a good direction. She pushed me towards the jacuzzi, and because I didn't have much balance, I fell directly into the tub. My face was underwater for a few seconds before Meg tugged at my arm to make me sit up straight. Now, that's a good angle, she remarked, then pointed towards the opposite wall where a camera was installed. Please, smile for our audience. What? Just what was going on? Meg, look, this is enough, right? I started calmly. Let me go, now, please? My parents are waiting for me. I said smile, she suddenly shrieked, scaring the crap out of me. I turned to face the camera and gave a forced smile. That wasn't so hard, now, was it? She said, patting my head. We're live right now, and millions of my followers are watching, so you better behave. Oh, God, what had I gotten myself into? And what kinds of freaks were watching this? Did they even know that she had basically kidnapped me? Now, we're going to test how long you can endure the water temperature, she said. And before I knew it, the water in the jacuzzi suddenly became too hot. The temperature kept increasing and it felt like my skin was burning. Meg, stop this insanity, I pleaded. Shut up, she glared at me. Don't ruin my live. At this rate, she was going to boil me alive. I could already feel it. Before I could say anything else, a phone started ringing. It was my ringtone. I had left my phone on the couch. Ugh, who is this? Meg asked in frustration and went to check my phone. She came back with a really irritated face. It's your freaking sister. I texted her saying that you're spending the night with a friend. My sister. If I was not wrong, then she was one of Meg's followers. Oh my God. Even if the rest of the people thought that this was a prank or something, my sister would know the truth. I wish that was the case. I just needed to keep Meg distracted before she could increase the temperature again. Why are you doing this? I asked her. Because I promised my followers that I would show them something funny. She laughed like a maniac. And this is funny. Maybe for you, I said. You need help. I can't believe I had a crush on you. What do you mean? She frowned. Are you trying to call me mad? That would be an understatement, I replied. You've crossed the line of madness. I don't even know what this is. How dare you? She yelled, and then started increasing the temperature again. Crap. I was not going to survive any longer. I couldn't even feel the lower half of my body anymore. The pain was just unbearable. But thankfully, I didn't have to wait for long. The door suddenly burst open and cops entered inside along with my sister. I almost passed out in relief. They quickly seized Meg and helped me out of the tub. You okay? My sister asked, looking like she was about to cry. I assured her that I was doing fine. Almost. I was immediately brought to a hospital, and Meg was arrested. It was only later that I found out that her followers really thought that it was a prank, and the water was not actually hot. They thought we were acting. This was so unbelievable. If it wasn't for my sister, I wouldn't have been here to tell you this story today.